Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $25 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms for supporting us over the years. Those being Javian Alexander, Samantha Bates, and Elle, without whom we wouldn't be able to do nearly as much of the things we do now. So thank you for your support over the years. And those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live with a slight glitch in the fade of the transition between scenes. Anyways, welcome back to Lance, everybody. I'm Sen, your game master for the evening, and I'm joined this week by Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Elena, call sign Aries, who was piloting the SSC Black Witch Serenade.
Upgraded from Fury to Aries, have you?
Oh, I have. Yes, I did. That is correct. That's her last name. Thank you for clarifying. It's been a minute. There we go.
Her last name Aries? Helena Aries?
Yeah, it is.
Codename Fury. All right.
Yes, correct. There we go. We got it.
Eventually got there. It's all right. This is just weird time slot. And William?
I am William, or Shawnee, and I am playing Shawnee Dragonheart, call sign Valkyrie, piloting at the moment the IPSN Stortebaker Herja.
I realize as time goes on, I pronounce the L's in your name less and less, just as a function of English in shortcutting sounds.
It has been as a function of our family, William.
Yeah, like instead of going William, I go William. Like there's an implied L there, but it's not actually being said.
Yeah, it's like the T in mountain does not exist. It's a D sound.
And Andrew?
Mountain.
Hello, I am Andrew, playing Skylar Shepherd, call sign Phoenix, currently piloting the Knights of the Rose Banneret Frame Patience.
I just want to start referring to mountains as mountains, just constantly. Mountain.
Oh, that's when you get a big pile of bananas.
I see.
Just like this several 100-foot tall pile of bananas.
My mountains.
That took me a second. Thank you. It's very good.
And Rudy.
Hey, I'm Rudy. I'm playing Bree, call sign Umbra. Currently piloting the Horus Minotaur Diomedes.
All right. Diomedes? Diomedes or Diomedes?
Diomedes.
It depends on which pronunciation you're going with.
Diomedes.
You have Captain Diomedes.
Diomedes.
Look, Greek names are great.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. I'm filing the Horus Minotaur Diabetes.
Diabetes.
No, let's be fair. If it was a Horus mech whose name referenced diabetes, it would be "This mech gave me diabetes." Would be the name of the mech.
No, the name of the mech would be "I'm Wilford Brimley and I have diabetes."
Oh, diabetes.
Call sign Brimley, mech name Diabetes Nuts.
This is what we're saying is that Horus is the mech. The Horus is the mech for you if you like naming your things after memes.
Horus is the shit posting manufacturer. Yes.
Another good Horus mech name. It's an older meme, sir, but it checks out.
Yeah.
Which is itself an older meme that checks out both in this time and in the Lanza timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It also works because meme also means idea, so which gets you into the esoteric aspect of Horus mechs. Anyways, when last we left off, as we've gotten inside, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. This stream is powered by Sirenscape.
Since Jeremy is not here to say it, fuck Vince McMahon.
Sometimes I just don't want to think about Vince McMahon.
But Vince McMahon wants you to think about him, and that's a problem.
Which is, yes, so I should not think about him as often as I can.
That sounds like a him problem.
A himblem, if you will.
No.
No,
No.
that's an emblem of the character him.
Yeah.
Been so
I
long since
shouldn't-
anyone referenced him in front of me.
What are you talking about? I am him.
You are not nearly flamboyant enough for him.
No, that was a double.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. We are off to a silly start. When last we left off, our Lancers were combating some of the assimilated in an attempt to get to and destroy the assimilated core, a power core that seems to be the centralized hive entity that is operating all of the assimilated on Hessinia. The assimilated being biomechanical mechs that are the result of some creative engineering on behalf of some a particular scientist hailing from name of
Umberdraconis.
Thank you, Umberdraconis. I believe it was.
Freebie shit.
I want to say it was Loki, but I don't think that's the name of the scientist.
No, it was the name of my NHP,
Yes,
NHP, my CompCon, which was Munin.
yes, Munin. The work of the scientist
no,
Munin.
No,
No,
not Munin.
not Munin.
It's the
Munin,
name, the guy whose head gets dropped in the pool of knowledge.
Mimir.
Mimir, yes,
that's it.
Mimir. The scientist Mimir. That's it. From Umberdraconis. But anyways, more specifically, as I try to get CompCon open, and hope to God my NPCs are still there.
Oh boy. This.
So every time I've opened CompCon
Okay.
recently, it's been a
I'm
coin
concerned
flip.
for you.
Okay, yes, they are still here. Specifically, you're fighting.
Yay.
You are currently you've defeated most of the guards of the assimilated core, except the assimilated reconstructor, who keeps reconstructing the mechs that you've been killing. And thus we pick up there.
Out of Max to reconstruct.
And we wait for the music to kick in.
I see it.
I
Yep,
see that it's playing,
seems
but I
to be
can't
working.
hear
I
it.
can hear it. It's
I
very
hear it a little
quiet.
bit.
There it goes.
It's
It's on that intro bit still.
yeah.
Mhm.
There it goes.
There it is.
Hear that? Just
We have jam.
Okay. There we go. Now I have it. Now I have it. Okay.
We have acquired jam. 3, 2,
So-
1, let's jam.
I don't remember whose turn it was last time though.
I feel like we
We're just gonna start with top of the
Probably-
round.
I'm fairly certain we ended
pretty
at
sure,
the
yeah.
top of the round.
Top of the round, which is going to be
Yeah.
their turn because there are less of them than you.
Woo.
So the reconstructor. Let's see. How many viable Rex does it have remaining? 2. It currently has 2 thralls up and 2 Rex remaining. So it's going to wait. Instead, it's going to focus on the person in front of it. Also, while within range 2 of the reconstructor, all hostile characters are shredded. So the Harja is currently shredded.
I mean, the Hirsch is always shredded. I don't know what you're talking about. You seen the musculature on that thing?
There's a
As is
these
its
guns joke here, but I can't quite make it.
Yeah, it's going to attempt to. It's going to attempt to eat you with its assimilation wall. It hasn't used it yet, I don't think.
Didn't it use it to try and kill Fury's mech?
No, the other mechs had used one. I'm pretty certain because this one does significantly more damage than the other ones do
Hmm.
with its assimilation maul.
Well, come with at me, bro.
But I rolled a 1, so it's going to miss.
Mm.
So yeah, the central torso of the reconstructor just bursts out into a tooth and fanged maw that attempts to bite into you, but you deftly avoid it. And on the end of its turn, its thralls are going to go, and they are going to continue beating up on patients.
Please don't. I'm fragile.
That's why they're going to continue beating up on you.
Rude.
But with a 3 and an 11, I think they both miss.
Yep, sure do.
All right, player turns. And there's no other enemies, so you guys just get to go in whatever order you feel like going.
I believe my guns are all loaded because I did a Hopkins Doctrine thing last turn.
Sounds right.
We'll say yes.
Anti-material property of my... Sorry, the nano-composite material mod on my anti-material rifle has been destroyed. I got my rolling chamber spun up. Okay. It is time for a barrage. Alright, first up, shoot the anti-material rifle at this thing's face.
You are engaged with it. Does that matter with the
Yes.
anti-material rifle?
Gives me extra difficulty.
It's a ranged weapon, so it would have difficulty while engaged.
Also,
Yes,
let me
it
double
gives
check
me an extra
here
difficulty.
so that we're remembering everything.
It already has a function.
You also
where I
have
do
you also have
this.
another difficulty for attacking it specifically because it's terrifying. All right, so go ahead. So that's 2 difficulty on the attack. So go ahead, or plus
Three.
a third because you got. I don't know.
That's actually only 1 difficulty because the anti-material rifle is accurate.
Okay.
Bonus plus 3. Bonus plus 3 minus 1d6. Oh, before I do this, I don't remember what my stance was, so I'm going to say that I'm in troll stance.
Okay.
Blam, I miss.
4 misses.
And then the other half of my swing is going to be the Terashima blade.
Go ahead.
Gosh, roll 20 plus 3 minus 1d6 total, because I'm generating plus 1 for blade and for duelist, but minus 1 for inaccurate, and then minus 1 for the carrier. Total 13.
That will still hit.
Nice.
Rolling chamber triggers. Oh no, it's not a loading weapon. No, mine.
I'll say
but-
your chamber doesn't trigger on your sword.
Imagine if you had to reload the Terashima blade.
Terra Shield Blade is not a gun blade.
But
Yet.
Nuclear Cavalier does go off.
Okay.
So actually no, because I wasted Nuclear Cavalier on the
I
on
think
the
this, is the,
material because all my first attack.
this is the first time
Yep,
it's been
it's the
hit
first.
this entire fight.
Yeah, I remember it being.
And I intend to make it the last time because I'm spending my second use of Jägerkunst. Oh no, my Jägerkunst has been destroyed. God damn, fucking hell.
Womp womp.
It's been a rough fight.
Yeah.
In
Sounds
that
like
case, it'd be
you.
full damage.
Sounds like your Jägerkunst not.
I mean, depending on the time of day, it could be a Jägerkunst Nacht.
I'll take 8 AP kinetic damage.
Yeah. Takes 8. Unhappy about it, but it takes it. All right, who's going after you?
Patience. Do you want to deal with that?
I can certainly try. I have no idea if my weapons are loaded.
Typically on CompCon, you can mark if they're loaded or not.
Oh, I'm doing it through Roll20.
That I have no idea.
There is a field for charges, which I've used previously for loading weapons, but I left them blank for some reason because I am not smart.
Maybe that means they're not loaded. I think only one of you reloaded last round, so I don't know that it matters. No, that means anything though.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Well, if my guns are not loaded, there are a grand total of 2 things I can do.
One of them is reload your guns.
Yes. The other is step on one of these little guys. I'll try it.
You could reload and then overdrive.
If I do that, I take 1d6 plus 4 heat. I am essentially at my overcharge capacity. That will destroy my neck.
I mean, only if you roll more than a 2.
No, if I
High
roll a 2, I...
likelihood.
Oh, wait,
High
no.
likelihood.
Yeah, because you have to.
Oh, wait, no, if I
you have to exceed, not meet.
Yeah, you have to exceed because my heat cap is 6.
So if you roll,
So
if you roll a 1 or a 2, you're fine.
a 1 in 3 chance of not blowing up my mech is not something I am willing to do.
It's fair. You're not
Not
Fury.
Yeah, the Knights of the Rose like having a functional mech.
That's right. I need to, after this game, I need to introduce you to a character from Honkai Star Rail, by the way.
Well, if it's me going, then I will stabilize
All right.
to clear heat and reload weapons.
You clear heat and reload. Who's going next?
And that's all I do. Umbra, you go.
All right. I'm gonna move here. And what's it called? Burr. Wait, there he goes.
You're gonna go burr at it.
Burr. Cold. No, I won't. I will do more than just go burr. I will barrage.
I mean, Minotaur go burr is several Horus operational guides. So
Makes sense. Yeah, barrage. Charge blade. The one in
Slightly
front
less
of me.
popular than haha Balor go burr.
When I barrage, can each weapon attack a different target?
Yes,
yes.
each weapon that makes an attack can choose its own targets.
yes.
Okay, good. So then I'll attack the one in front of me with my charged blade, and I
You
will.
don't have to designate until you get to the second attack. So you can start with the charge blade and then determine afterwards.
Okay, so all right. So let's go with the charged blade then. It's d20 plus 3.
And as I recall, you have some mounts that are sharing weapons.
Sharing weapons.
Yeah, you have
Right.
at least one mount that has 2 weapons on it.
Yes, the Nexus.
By-
I got a hunter killer and a light Nexus.
Each of those
Right.
nexuses can also choose their targets individually.
Okay.
Mara?
By the way, because I think this is what I did last round, because I'm like backpacked inside of your
Yes.
storage cabinet right now, on your mech. I think I gave you opportunist, because I'm keeping an eye out for things. So once per round, gain +1 accuracy on any melee attack if at least one allied character is engaged with your target. So if
Okay.
you're going after
I'm
something,
engaged with your target.
the patience is at.
Yes.
You get an
So-
accuracy on
Extra
melee.
accuracy.
So plus 1d6.
Yep.
Plus 1d6. Yep. All right, here goes.
10 will
Does it
hit.
up when I roll a 2?
10 will hit.
Yay!
I mean,
Alright,
it does help if you roll a 2.
see.
That means you didn't roll a 1.
That is true. Damage is 1d3.
1d3 AP energy.
AP.
Is it 1d3 plus 3 for a charge blade? Or is that, sorry, that's
I
a
believe
heavy
it's
charge
1d3
blade.
plus 3, yes, if I recall.
Well, that's a heavy charge blade. I think it's just 1d3 for a regular charge blade.
Yeah, it's just a regular charge blade.
Let me double check. Oh, no,
Charge-
no, yeah, charge
no,
blade is 1d3
sorry,
plus 3.
1d6. Yeah, sorry, 1d6.
Well, no,
I was
charge
looking
blade
at
is
the wrong weapon.
charge
or-
blade is
hold
1d3
on.
plus 3.
Okay,
Heavy
sorry,
charge
I was
blade.
looking
A
at.
heavy charge blade is 1d6 plus 3.
Yeah. I was looking at
So-
the. I scrolled down and hit the wrong thing. So
So you get 4 damage, 4 AP damage.
yes.
4, or sorry,
Nice.
4 energy AP damage.
Yeah.
It's still
And
standing.
then. All right. Let's see.
Both the nexuses.
With the nexuses. I think I'm just gonna try to take the one out in front of me. I was gonna attack the other guy in front of the Herja, but
So
think
let
I
me
just
check.
wanna
You have, do you have a difficulty because you're in melee?
okay. All right.
I will say, running Lancer has given me so many ideas for Lance builds that I will never get to run because that would require us to have a campaign that lasts for more than 3 sessions that I'm not running. Why am I suddenly getting doubled up on the music?
I don't know, I'm getting it too.
I think
Right.
it was just the drum beat.
Those 3
Yeah, the drum beat was
minus-
hitting like twice as hard, yeah. It was like brr,
minus
brr,
1d6. What did it? Okay. Nice. Roll the 6 and roll the 6.
A 3 will miss.
I
I mean,
figured.
I've already told you about my ideas for a Sengoku Jidai but Lancers game.
Yes, absolutely, and I can't wait to if that ever manifests and I can play in it.
But you said the second mount is the second nexus is a different thing. So
It can attack as
You
well.
can.
so this is the light one.
That'll hit.
That's-
Roll damage.
That's better. This one is a 1d3. 2.
That's exactly the
And,
amount of hit points it had left.
All right. And that's my turn.
All right.
Well, let's have this.
3 attacks to take out
This few.
1 enemy. So far,
Yeah,
we're
but
having
only
at
2
the
hits. So
a real good return on investment. I believe that makes it only 1 person left that can go.
Yuri.
Well, I'm in here. I think I'm gonna keep trying to keep an eye on things I have plugged in. If I remember right, with my neural kind of.
Yeah, you're
links.
interfacing directly with the Horus in an attempt with the
Yeah.
Horus mech in an attempt to energize it in various ways.
Can I try and mess with the necromancer, or would I lose my giving Umbra my
Yeah,
opportunist?
anything you try to do basically requires you to change your what you're concentrating on, so it would drop whatever
Okay.
you were doing previously. So you can drop that to try to mess with the necromancer, or you could drop that to do something else. Whatever you want.
I think I am going to try that because this Skype's bad news and he keeps summoning things.
Okay.
So,
Rudy, does your mech have any specific unique tech attacks or system or like invasion options?
Pretty sure. Did I add one? Oh, yeah, the law of blades.
Which is what?
It has predator prey concepts and slave systems. Let me.
Look at Law of Blades. I need to look at licenses, not frames.
See.
Not a Manticore, Minotaur. Law of Blades.
Predator prey concepts make a tech attack against a hostile enemy character within sensors. On a hit, they immediately attack a different character or object of your choice with a single weapon as a reaction. Although you choose their target weapon and they count as attack, you take the reaction.
So you probably don't want that.
And slave system make a tech attack against hostile enemy character sensors. On a hit, they immediately take one of the following actions chosen by you as a reaction: boost, stabilize, improvise attack, grapple, or ram. Although you choose the action and its target if relevant, they count as taking the action and taking a reaction.
So you could do either one of those if you wanted to, or you could just do a regular tech attack. A regular invasion.
If I cause it to ram, can I cause it to? Well,
Do you,
it probably can
sorry,
just.
Rudy, do you not have the Virologic suite installed?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I do. No, I don't.
Okay.
Nope.
Sorry, what was that, Mara?
Oh, I was musing about trying to make it run off the side because there's all of these chasms and things, but I could probably just rocket back up like all the other ones. I think just a regular tech attack.
All right, so go ahead and make a tech attack. Go ahead and make an attempted tech attack on its E defense. You focus through the Minotaur systems and locate this digital representation of this creature. It's kind of interesting to see the interplay between a Horus mech and these assimilated entities, because the way the Horus interprets the assimilated is like a digital monster. The visual that you're getting from inside the technology suite of the Minotaur is this representation of a screaming maw in data, and that the Horus is attempting to overcome. The Horus itself is also kind of represented as a monster, but not to the same degree. So you are having a Godzilla versus King Kong moment. Although in this case, it's less Godzilla versus King Kong and more Tarrasque versus Elder Brain.
um, how do I roll that? Or is
D20
Rudy
plus.
rolling for me?
No,
or-
you're make a
Okay.
tech attack. So D20 plus whatever your tech attack bonus is.
Okay.
Your,
Tech
it
attack
would be
bonus
the-
is tech attack bonus is based on the mech, so it's whatever
Yeah.
the covers tech attack bonuses.
Well, it's also based. It's also based on your edge, if I recall
Nope.
correctly.
Nope.
Oh no.
Nope.
Mm.
Mech's,
It is-
mech's
What's-
tech attack bonus is completely separate of
is-
edge. Edge is only used for weapons.
What is the tech attack bonus of the Minotaur of your Minotaur then, Rudy?
+1?
Well, that's-
Mine
Could be more.
+3.
+3. Okay. +3.
All right, it's your tech attack bonus plus I think
18.
one of your system scores, if I recall correctly.
Yep, the system score specifically. Yes, 18 will hit. Roll. Just doing a regular invasion, which means you get to inflict 2 heat. I think.
For a standard invade, the target always takes 2 heat, and then you can pick an invade option available.
Which is
If you don't have any extras installed in your mech, you always have Fragment Signal, which causes the target to become impaired and slowed until the end of their next turn.
Let's do that one. I like that. That sounds good.
all right. They are impaired and slowed and take 2 heat. Which they are biological, so heat is just damage.
Yeah. As the little like icon that was Fury in the corner is sort of like helping kind of guide your knife strikes, just sort of blinks out and you hear some cackling.
All right, they're biological. They technically can't be invaded. I'm gonna say that they can though because they're technological
Okay.
mech. They're biological mechs.
Yay.
So all right. Sorry. Can you continue your description, Mara?
Oh, it's I was just cackling.
Okay.
Sort of standard cackle.
All right. Top of the round. It is the enemy's turn. The assimilated reconstructor is going to command the horde. So the targeting the last two assimilated Rex and reanimate them into thralls.
No.
All right, and those thralls are going to immediately move into attack. The Dominies. But we'll resolve that in a second, because it's also then going to try to bite the Herja. But a 5 will miss. It keeps rolling very poorly on its attack.
I may not be as hard to hit as if I was in the Hiroshima, but I'm not that easy.
All right, 3 attacks. 2 at the Diomedes and 1 at Patience. 12 and 4 to hit Diomedes.
12 and 4.
Yeah,
They miss.
and 4 to hit Patience.
Not a chance.
4 attacks this round from the enemy. All of them miss. Back to the players. Who's going next, Mara?
Herja. Fight the thing back.
I mean, it's certainly a thing I can do.
Now I want to design. Now I kind of want to design a mech that looks like a Lancer mech that looks like the God damn it! What's the fuck? I can't think of the mech from Zoids.
Oh, the Liger Zero.
Yeah. A Lancet looks like the Liger Zero, and it just has that acts like it's called Fenrir.
So, I'm going to, as a protocol, activate my True Silver Arsenal, which means that I can use my True Silver trait 3 more times this scene. And then I am going to quick action, skirmish with the Hiroshima Blade, still in troll stance, at the Reanimator.
Oh, apparently the Zoids are biomechanical, not actually just mechs.
Yes, that's why they behave like animals and like have personalities.
I never got that from what little of it I watched.
There are many points throughout the Zoid series that the Liger Zero like acts on its own.
Yeah.
So I'm going to okay. Roll 1d20 plus 3 minus 1d6 to try and hit this guy. I miss with a 4.
God.
Big whiffs back and forth. I'm just looking at Zoids. There's apparently a Zoid called Raptos Caesar.
Yes, Rapto Caesar is one of the Rapto line Zoids that is like more dangerous. But yeah, with my other quick action, I am going to trip the Reanimator. Needs to make an agility save.
Sorry, there's apparently a Zoid that's a duck.
Yes, there are Zoids after so many different types of animals.
Glideler. A duck type Zoid. It's the only duck type Zoid. Sorry, I'm getting real distracted here. What were you doing?
I'm going to trip the thing.
Okay. Can it be tripped?
It needs
Let's
to
find
make
out.
an agility save.
27.
Fine, man.
That's the
Yeah,
only thing I
both
can
ends
roll high
fine.
on, apparently. I haven't rolled above a 10 except for that one. I haven't rolled above a 5 except for that one.
Apparently also has a ridiculous agility.
And plus 3. And it just has it has 1 accuracy on all saves. And I rolled a 5 on the accuracy check.
Anyway, next in line, Patience.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore the one guy that's between you and me, and I'm gonna barrage. First shot, satellite railgun directly at the Reanimator with 1 difficulty for the terrifying. I ignore the difficulty from being engaged. Oh, come on.
Eesh. The rolls. Eesh.
So, oh wait, no, that would just be a skirmish because I don't actually have another weapon.
I would like to request a new seed on our dice roller.
Is that a thing I can do?
I second this motion.
I don't know if
Indeed.
you can. I don't know if you can change the seed on the random number generator.
Hmm. Question for the GM.
Uh-huh.
You have mentioned that this thing is biological, so it can't be hacked, but you let a hack happen.
Yeah, you can hack it.
May I try?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna hack it. I'm gonna try to invade it.
That was a mistake on my part that I'm just rolling with, because it is technically a mech that has been repurposed into a biological entity, not a naturally born biological entity.
Okay. I will attempt and invade. Hey, that's
Yay!
18, even with
That'll-
the difficulty.
There you go.
That'll hit. Go.
So it takes 2 heat, and I will use the invade option. You dare strike us
Oh,
until the
you're
end of the
approaching me.
until the end of the target's next turn. They first take 2 AP energy damage whenever they make an attack roll.
And they also take 2 heat, or no?
Yes, because that applies to every invade.
Mm,
That's the invade action rather than invade options.
got it. All right. Who's going after you?
Umbra.
Me.
Okay,
Alright.
there are dudes right there, and they need to be squished.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and
I was worried that this fight would wrap up in one round, and then I would have to figure out a way to make the rest of the fight against the big bad last long enough to fill out the episode. But I'm not worried about that anymore. Now I'm worried you might not roll well enough to actually kill it in time.
barrage again. I'm gonna with the charge blade. I'm gonna swing at the one right beside me. That one.
Mhm.
But I don't get the advantage this time since Fury
Doing another thing. Yeah.
did something different, which is
Well,
fine.
and even if Fury hadn't, you wouldn't get the accuracy because none of your allies are in melee with it.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So just a D20 plus 3. Oops.
Shawnee, if you do run that Sengoku Jidai, I'm going to take a Nelson and a Tokugawa and ram them together.
That tracks.
That's a
And
7.
Add a little Atlas spice on top of it.
And if I'm running that kind of game, it is absolutely the kind of game where you will have to run into enemy NPC lancers. Because the whole point of a Sengoku Jidai style story is it is about grand heroes and epic individuals in grand clashes in the middle of armies.
Yeah. Bunch of small, like, 1 hit point enemies, and then Lancer level enemies. 7 to hit does not hit.
Those homebrew files for NPC lancers that are in the Con Discord.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, with my what's it called? My Nexus is I'm actually gonna just gonna join in and start barraging the Necromancer.
Nexuses are attacking
And-
his E defense.
Yep.
Right, so
And
you have
I realized
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I realized I have Gunslinger 1, which means my first Ox mount attack has advantage. So
As an accuracy.
they're in accuracy, sorry.
Well, so you have
So
a, you
so,
have,
so
so you
it'll
have
negate
that.
it.
Well, you also have an extra difficulty
The
for
first one.
attacking. You have an extra difficulty for attacking the reconstructor at all.
Yeah.
So you have a total of minus 1d6 to the attack roll.
Oh, is it just the for it? Is it just the flat? This is
Well, no, so you got accuracy for the gunslinger.
Yep.
And
Difficulty.
difficulty for being in melee while shooting ranged,
Yeah.
which cancels, and then one more difficulty for attacking the reconstructor. So it's overall net minus 1.
Here, at the start of your turn, I can, however, use a reaction to give you a leadership die and say, if anyone could kindly assist me with wrong accent. If anyone could kindly assist me with bringing this thing down, I'd appreciate it. And I'll give you a leadership die that you can also spend for another accuracy to cancel that out.
All right, I will do that.
And that'll make it a flat attack roll.
Phoenix is just like, I'm trying. And then
All right,
about 20 minutes later, a railgun shot will hit that spot where the reconstructor was standing.
all right, let's roll at least a double digit this time.
Hey,
Hey.
critical
Hey,
hit.
love to see that.
That'll hit. Roll the damage.
That'll
All
crit.
right.
Damage twice and keep the better one.
All right. So this was a 1d. This one's 1d6.
So roll 2d6 K1.
2d6 K1 or 2d6 K1.
5 damage.
That
My
is
damage.
enough to destroy it.
Yeah.
Yay.
As it is. Go ahead. Describe what it looks like for your Nexus to destroy this thing, and also as it's destroyed, its thralls are destroyed as well.
Oh, nice. So it kind of just braces all four legs and kind of leans forward a little bit, allowing enough space on its back for the Nexuses to fire off, and just the barrage just flies up and over and down onto the
Just a gout of purple flame.
yes.
All
Good,
right.
good.
Burns it to the ground. And we are out of combat for the moment, as the massive entity that you see to the north has not yet moved, even though you have been fighting to the south of it.
How very polite of it.
It doesn't seem like it's active. It's sort of like strung up between. You see that there are these two large. Stone columns. It's actually like attached to them. You see, it's got 6 or 8 arms. It's hard to tell. All of which are just sort of latched on to these columns around it. And there is this passive pulse of electrical energy flowing into it from the columns.
I like that. Getting Samson vibes. Is there a roof above where these columns are, or is it just like freestanding columns?
They are freestanding columns. Yeah.
Okay.
If they had something that they were supporting previously, they do not anymore.
Okay.
And it's sort of standing in front of the ancient temple that the assimilation core has been housed inside.
Yes.
But you are out of combat for the moment.
Mm. Good job.
So
All right.
Valkyrie will sort of get on the long distance radio and call back to Holler. We're going to need a new mech drop.
Send me the specs. So yeah, you can send specs and for whatever it is that you need, and she will start printing.
Yep. Email attachment sent.
So are you going to spend any repairs? So are you going to spend any repairs to fix up your current mech and then just re-equip it, or are you going to try to print a whole new mech? Because those will take 2 different sets of periods of time.
I've got lots of repairs available. So, how many would I need to repair my mech?
It takes 4 to restore a destroyed mech to 1 structure, 1 stress, and full HP.
Okay.
Everything else needs more repairs to spend.
Okay. Well, I've got 4 repairs
We
available.
can share our repairs, right?
Yeah.
Only for repairing a destroyed mech.
Yeah. So each of
you've
you could.
You've got 4 currently.
Huh?
Can we restore more structure if they have their own repairs?
Yes, you can spend 2 repairs to restore 1 structure or 1 stress.
Okay.
So yeah, if
Can
each of
that
you get
be shared as well during reconstruction?
If each of you
Sorry, missed
shares 1 repair, then Mara will have a fully reconstructed mech with 3 repairs left to then spend 2 of those to add another point of structure to it.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say I can spend,
and then each of you can then spend 2 repairs to add another point of structure to yourselves if any of you are down.
I have 6 repair capacity.
I have
Love
5.
it.
So
And
Well, all right then.
in that case, you could fully repair the mech and give yourself another structure if you want. and then that'll let Mara give herself 2 points of structure back.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I can spend if we want to share around. I am down 1 structure. I would like to be able to restore that 1 structure and still have some repair capacity left. So if I can spend 4 of mine, 2 for my own structure and 2 to provide to the reconstruction, and just get 1 more from Diomedes and Patience.
That works for me.
Yep, I can
Then
contribute 1 to restoring Serenade.
then we can bring the mech back to life without Serenade having to spend any of their repairs, and they can just have their remaining repairs for restoring
That'd be great.
structure.
All right. So then, yeah, because if I recall correctly, the updated mech that you're wanting to run is the same frame but with different equipment.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yep. Mhm.
so yeah, it'll be much quicker to just have the equipment dropped after you've repaired your own frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also going to spend 1 more of my repairs, leaving me with 1 repair capacity left to rebuild my Jägerkunst 2 module.
Very good.
Let's see. I'm going to spend 2 to regain 1 structure.
If I could give you a recommendation, Johnny. Do not try to Jägerkunst the boss.
And
It
then
will
Shani's
not
just
end
like,
well for
"How
you."
about it?" And then Shani's just like, "How about I do anyway?"
Actually, I can scan the damn thing and see what its hull or agility looks like.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Are you? Can you? What's your sense of range?
My sensor range is 8, so I'll probably have to get a little closer first.
You
Mine
would
is
have
20.
to you would have to get close enough
Oh,
to
Patience
activate.
can scan it.
With 8, you'd have to get close enough to
Yeah.
activate it. With 20,
Hi.
Yeah,
Yes,
you can
I
get
am
close
the
enough without
scan mech.
activating
I
it.
do things. I do
yeah.
things with scan.
so you scan it, and hang on. You reveal the information that you get back is that it is a horror.
This is my surprised face.
Yeah.
Someday I'm going to write a Horus mech that countermands that.
Biological scanning suite.
True sight.
Yeah, True Sight. Yeah, just call it True Sight. That's fitting for Horus.
It's going to be a backronym, of course. Let's see, I've got 2 repairs left. I could regain my other gun so I can barrage properly. And that would leave me with 1 to use as an emergency HP pack in case I need it. You know what? I think we're going to need all the rolls we can get with this, with the dice we've got. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Going to 1 repair, restoring my rail rifle.
There we go. And I've used all my repairs, but I am back online.
The thing is,
Yes.
I can find out how hard this thing moves with Jägerkunst and not like suffer that much of a problem with it, because I can just choose to lose if I do.
Fair.
So
I don't have to force a reroll.
I swapped out the ferrofluid lance for a slip gun. So that'll be fun. And I got a spatial
Oh.
threader, so I can walk through people. It'll be great.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm excited.
Right, these are tied to bolster, so you Can't actually take it yourself with those, sadly.
Yeah.
Because every Lancer has imposter syndrome and they are not an ally to themselves.
Aw.
Put this menu on.
So
So,
I can get some of the rest of you to walk through things.
let me know when y'all are done repairing yourselves and getting ready.
I'm done.
I am all good.
Good.
I'm good.
All right. So, hang on, just make sure I've got everything that it needs.
As long as I would prefer if you stayed in my body.
Yeah, that's generally helpful.
You
Sometimes
approach
they
the
disagree.
land bridge that connects the place after having had Hauler drop some more parts and everything. You approach the land bridge that separates you from this monstrosity on the other side. All 8 of its arms latching on to the columns around it, electricity pouring into it. It seems currently dormant. Anyone that wants to can give me a let's see. Let me see. Hang on. What am I looking for? Skill triggers. Skill triggers. Can give me a
I have read the
spot check. A
situation.
spot check from yours. Can give me a spot check.
All right.
I'm pretty good at that.
Or
I mean,
actually, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Read a situation might also work.
That should be a 21 on spot.
Okay.
Because I forgot to turn
Yeah.
off the difficulty.
Yeah. Turn off difficulty.
not a natural 20.
20. So 21, 20. Now this is where all the good rolls are coming in. Oh, never mind.
Nope, except for me.
5, 12. Umbra, big,
Spoke too soon.
very big.
Big.
You can tell at
It's
a
big.
glance that it is a size 4 entity.
Thankfully, there's a banana there for size comparisons. It's just a random banana.
It
Banana
just
for
goes
scale.
up on your back HUD.
The others you can Valkyrie, you can tell that given its current shape and apparent appearance, it's hard to tell what it was originally, but given its size and the number of limbs that you're seeing, you imagine it was probably at one point some sort of industrial mech, which may or may not inform your tactics moving forward. And as far as the 20 and 21, this thing you have the other two you have experience not fighting but seeing certain classes of enemy combatants that operate above and beyond the normal capacity of your enemies. Based on what you're seeing, yeah, you can tell this thing is probably definitely size 4. It's definitely its basis is a couple of different kinds of mech. One of it's definitely an industrial mech, but it looks like it might have other bits and pieces that aren't standard to industrial mechs as part of its physiology. But if you were to classify this enemy as a threat level, you would consider it a threat level ultra enemy.
It's big. It's scary.
Advised. This is likely an ultra class hostile. Do your best to stay alive. The more firepower we can put into this thing, the better off we all will be.
Hit it hard. Got it.
You can, but I will say also with those 2021s, you can both also tell that there is enough technological bits and pieces still in this creature that it probably still can be affected by invasions. So if there's any last minute adjustments any of you want to make to your kit, you can do so now before we engage in this fight.
Nope. Fury is going to turn up the music over linked communications.
No, I'm
Alright.
good.
All right. Go ahead and move yourselves forward, and I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay.
Actually, I'll give you a visual line.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be good.
Stop here.
All right.
All right. So one more step forward will be when battle begins
Right.
for Shani.
Loads the rifle, make sure everything is in order.
Yep.
All right, time to get into the thick of things. Everyone ready?
Satellite loaded. Siphon beam charged. Let's end this thing.
Never better.
Let's start this party.
Side eyes the smoke coming from Serenade.
All right. As you step towards the end of the land bridge, you all see that the area, the sort of the face structure area of this creature, the empty vacant eyes of it light up instantly with a red glow as it comes online in the presence of hostile forces. As it does so, though the massive stone columns that it's holding on to, you watch as the six-fingered claws on each hand just crush through the stone, causing grasping something metal on the inside of them as it rips out these two large metallic spikes that were housed in the central portion, in the core of those stone pillars. These long, metal, jagged spikes crackling with electricity as it does so, the stone crumbling down to the ground around it. It holds the two spikes, kind of like swords, in front of it in sort of a fairly defensive posture, as it waits, and is sort of staring down at the enemy. So while you do outnumber it, player characters go first because it is choosing to delay.
Player characters go first every scene, no matter what. So
That's fair. Yeah, that's right. On the next rounds,
there's
yeah.
there's like one specific veteran
Ambushes,
trait, I
in which
think it
case
is.
we do not go first. Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. All right. Yes, you are entering into a boss fight.
The Herja, like taking a step forward, seeing it ready, sort of like drops down into a firing crouch, levels the anti-materiel rifle, and I can't split a barrage.
No.
So yeah, we're firing the anti-materiel rifle right now. Roll 1d20 plus 1d6 for accurate, plus 3. 15 to hit its evasion.
That'll hit.
Cool. Spending one of my 3 remaining charges of true silver, the resulting damage cannot be reduced.
That's good.
Take 8 damage. 2. My speed. 8. 3.
You
4,
notice as you hit it
5.
with the material round, with the anti-material round, it doesn't come out the other side.
Watch, this is my shock face. Boost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my position is set.
All right.
And that ends my turn.
Yep. It is going to. Oh, actually, go back to where you. Did you boost?
Yes.
Go back to where you boosted from.
Meow.
Because in response to you moving, before you boost, it used its reaction for lead the charge. The trigger is a hostile character in line of sight moves, and it boosts. So it will boost right through that pillar. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you get to the end of your movement, and as you're preparing to move forward, it suddenly, much quicker than you would anticipate something this large can do, just shifts and bulldozes through the remainder of that column and is right above you.
Cool. Still boosting. Bye.
Which will trigger attack of opportunity from it.
Only gets 1 reaction every turn.
No, it doesn't,
Oh, that's
because
wonderful.
it's a boss. All right, it's going to one of those 6 massive claws will swipe at you as you move. Also, when you enter into the space of someone, don't you have to stop moving?
That's when you
Uh,
first enter their space. If you start a move while in their space, you just keep going.
Okay, good.
And that's only if they're the same size as you or larger.
Do you have anything that adds difficulty to melee attacks currently?
Da, 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 da. Not at the moment. Oh, right. I forgot to add my overpower caliber on that rifle shot. Oh, well.
Well, a 3 misses you as I continue to roll like I roll. So it rushes over, raises a claw as you begin to move, and slams it down on the ground. You watch as the ground around it cracks and cracks beneath the force of the blow. You imagine that particular attack would have probably hit everyone around it.
Oh, wait.
Being
No,
in-
that's right. Overpower caliber is on my Terashima blade. That's right. That's why.
Being in melee with this entity is not a great idea.
Kill surprise.
Now it's its turn because you've gone. It roars, and as it does, these large spikes on its back glow, and electricity erupts from it. It simultaneously attacks every hostile creature within range and line of sight. And that's all of you. Electricity arcs off its back and strikes at all of you from across the field.
Is
Do
going
any
after
of you?
evasion or e-defense?
It is the evasion. Do any of you have anything that adds difficulty to the attack? This is a ranged attack.
Is it kinetic damage? This thing it's doing?
Yes.
Meg Parry. An incoming attack will deal kinetic damage to you or an adjacent allied character.
You can your magnetic senses indicate that it is while it looks like electricity, what's actually happening is it is firing magnetically fueled bone shards functionally at you.
Okay, I would like to try and use Meg Parry.
Well, it has to hit you first before you mag
so-
parry, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hit you first. But other than
Yep.
that, okay. No one else has anything that adds difficulty.
Me or patience
I got nothing.
adjacent.
Okay. So it crits. It. Hang on. Let me determine which direction it's going because the first attack is a crit.
Okay.
One of you roll a d4.
One.
All right. So it's going after Shawnee. Okay. So it does crit Shawnee with the first hit. And then on... then it's going to go Umbra. An 18 to hit Umbra.
That hits.
21 to hit Patience.
Wish it wouldn't.
And an 18 to hit Mara.
Okay.
Serenade.
Meg Perry, I guess this would... You were an adjacent allied character, so I can, like, choose myself or patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds like. I'll choose myself. I have been injured. D6 here. If I get a 5 or above, it misses me. Nope.
All right. So, Serenade and Diomedes both take 4 kinetic damage. The 2 that got crit get an extra... Is it D6? Yeah, an extra D6.
Okay. I have
the
resistance
crit
to kinetic
damage.
damage, so that's halved, I'm assuming.
Yes, so that would be 2.
Cool.
5 to Herja and 8 to Patience.
Ooh. Ow.
Kinetic damage. So,
Ow.
but sorry, that's total. So that was 4 plus the D6. So 5 total damage to Herja, 8 total to Patience.
Yeah.
4.
And your armor does apply to this, so it's not arm piercing.
No armor for me, sadly.
Yeah, none of you are playing the heavy armor mechs. All right, that's its turn.
Even if I was playing my heavy mech, it wouldn't be a heavy armor mech. It's a regeneration mech.
How does armor work? Does it
Is it
Reduces incoming damage.
flat subtraction to damage.
Okay.
And
Before or
it-
after the halving from resistance?
Before.
Before? Okay, so it would probably round up.
Yep, always round up.
Cool.
So in this particular instance, it wouldn't matter unless you had more than 1 point of armor.
Yeah. Nope, I only have the 1. It's okay.
All right. Who's going after you, Shani?
Patience. Put satellite shells into this thing. In fact, I'm going to give you a leadership die for that.
Cool. Will do. I'm going to barrage.
Question. Because we
Answer?
took time to repair, have resources come back and or reset.
Resources?
Like my leadership dice.
Uh,
When do
I
those
can only assume-
when do those refresh? 'Cause it should say in the ability, shouldn't it?
Leader, when you rest or regain, regain 1 when you rest or regain all when you full repair.
So you would have
Was that a
regained 1.
rest? I'm assuming
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
a rest?
a rest. Yeah,
okay, so that was a rest.
yeah, because full repair is when you're is between missions.
Okay, so this would be a new scene entirely then for the...
Yes, function mechanically, yes.
Okay. Cool. Just swapping things around a
Which
little
I
bit.
think would also mean that
because,
you would have reset your core bonuses on a rest.
core powers and
Core powers.
if they last for a scene, then they would have expended by now.
Okay, so you don't reset it.
So
unless you've
so I have to go back to my ordnance version of my railgun.
Oh, because it's been a while. Do any of you have reserves that would have been able to be applied during the rest?
Let me check my reserves.
'Cause I know at some
Whoops.
point y'all had some resource reserves. I don't know if any of them were still available.
I had been under the impression that we would not have a scene transition between those two fights, which means that I have wasted my True Silver arsenal because I didn't use it at all in the last fight.
Ooh, I have a couple of
that sucks.
reserves I can use.
A couple of what?
Sorry, was that aimed at me?
Yeah, because I didn't hear what you were saying because Shawnee was talking at the same time.
Sorry.
It's
I
all
have
right.
a couple of reserves I can use.
Sure.
I would like to use my core battery to regain use of my core power.
There you go.
And local reinforcements. I would like to give the order to have 2 conscript mechs arrive.
All right. Yeah. So while you were fighting, the conscripts would have been flying in, or while you were resting, the conscripts would have been flying in. So we'll say that they're arriving now. Let me go ahead and grab some tokens for those.
I wouldn't have actually used my core power if I had realized. Oh well.
Did anyone tell any reserves they would have wanted to use?
Have any reserves?
Nope.
If I had a core battery, I'd be using it, but nope.
All right.
It also means I'm just out of True Silver.
All right.
Ah,
Hell yeah, giant
Yeah.
conscripts. Let's go.
Yeah.
So we'll say that they're landing. That they are going to land just behind you guys. So 1,
Right.
2. Pair of conscripts arrive.
Right. And for the start of my turn, I will use that core battery to regain my core system. Also using that bolster as a protocol to give Diomedes my motivated tuning speed bonuses. Your speed increases by 1 until the end of your next turn.
Nice.
And clear heat equal to your crit plus 1, if you have any.
Do not.
Cool. Okay, now using that leadership die to barrage. Wait, am I in range? It's range 10. Or line 10. Out of range. Darn. Alright. Well, that's just going to be a skirmish then. Oh, wait. No, I can move and then do it. Because it's not ordnance anymore. So, gonna move and get off the bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moving to there. Full action barrage. Starting with the railgun. Nine.
A 9 will not hit.
How about a rail rifle? 19.
A 19 will hit.
Ding. And I take
All
1
right. So
heat for that.
its evasion is somewhere between 9 and 19. Narrowing it down.
Wow, it's somewhere between 9 and 15.
Yeah.
And that's all I can do, so that's my turn.
Right. At the end of your turn, it goes again.
Oh, lovely.
Because it has 2 turns in a round. Sorry, I'm which I just googled myself because I was in the middle of statting out the conscripts. Because they are not remotely piloted mechs like the loyalists use. They have people in them, which will make it tragic when they die. Okay, yeah, it is going to sighting. Sorry, how much damage did it take from the rail rifle?
4.
Okay.
And it's not armor piercing or anything.
Doesn't seem like it did much as a hit. It is going to. There's more enemies that way, so it's going to focus down that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is going to attempt to grab Patience.
Oh, lovely.
Grapple checks. Grapple checks.
It is a melee attack within threat.
Yeah. I was trying to think of. Both characters become engaged. Neither can boost or take actions. The smaller character becomes immobilized but moves when the larger party moves. The defender can make a contested hold action as a hold check as a quick action to try to get out. Okay. So, first quick action, it will try to grapple you. It rolls a nat 20, so it grapples you.
Must be nice.
And then it will attack you with its industrial clamps, which automatically hit grappled characters.
Oh, lovely.
So you just take 9 kinetic damage as it grabs
Cool.
you, lifts you, and begins to crush.
Cool. Taking a point of structure. Let's see. So I go to 8. And 2. And I roll 2d6. Okay, that's just a system trauma.
So yeah, alarms are going off in the mech as you're feeling the mech being compressed by the industrial clamp that is a hand.
That is a 5, so I lose a system of my choice. I am going to drop the reactive weave.
Mm-hmm. What does that do?
It's when I brace, I become invisible until the end of my next turn and can move up to my speed immediately.
Yeah. So the rest of you that are watching, as you watch bits and pieces, there's small contained explosions happen across it as it's being crunched in ways that it's not meant to be crunched, and electricity discharging off the mech. That
Feel
makes
that in my hand.
So who's going after you?
Hmm.
I can
Well,
try and get you out of that grapple.
that would be very nice.
Oh,
Go
did
ahead.
you take that leadership die I gave you, by the way?
Sorry?
I had given you a leadership die at the start of your turn.
I used it.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
It was on the. I used it for accuracy on the attacks. You said to put a satellite shot in it. I tried.
You hit
Nah.
it just didn't seem to care.
So as a quick action, I'll do a quick tech on patience.
Hmm.
If I'm doing it on an ally, do I still have to make like the attack for it?
Depends on what you're trying to do.
What's the thing you're doing?
I am trying to give you disjunction. It means you ignore engagement and do not treat hostile characters as obstructions. This effect is lost if you make any attack rolls or force any saves, but like I think that would let you just like walk out of the grapple.
It doesn't let you ignore the grapple condition, though.
Yeah,
No?
no, that wouldn't.
Okay.
A Pharaoh Slash would,
Would it?
Mhm.
Okay.
because that's just involuntary movement.
Okay then.
Can you be
And even if
involuntarily
I'm
moved?
immobilized, you can still. Sorry.
You can be involuntarily moved out of a grapple. It wouldn't be an opposed check.
Yeah, you can just do that. I'm fairly certain.
The other option I had for my special thrower was synchronicity, which is kind of the same like involuntary movement types of things, and that one does
Oh, yeah.
specifically say
Yeah,
It,
either character. So
incorpor-
a grapple ends when either character breaks adjacency, such as if they're knocked back by another effect. So yeah, no, it would break the
Okay.
grapple.
okay, cool. I will do that then. Yes.
As long as wherever patience ends up is not within the adjacency
Within its
range
reach, yeah.
of-
Yeah. But if roll you 5 squares if I hit. Are you
I will
within
say you will
8
have
of
to
me?
hit. You will have to hit in this particular case because patience is being held. So
Okay.
This is synchronicity, right? Or
No,
Fair
synchronicity is
Fair slash?
synchronicity doesn't ignore obstructions. It sounds like there was like a clamp on you, so I would assume that would not work. But
Yep.
fair slash,
Yep.
different.
If they are allied, you may pull them 5 spaces in any direction. Just happens.
oh okay.
Yep.
Well, so
Alright.
so in this case, I'm still saying it's an attack though because it is a size 4. It is a size 4 boss that is immune to being moved itself. So
Sure.
it's holding you up off the ground.
Hmm.
All right, let me try this.
So this is more of a so that you hit you and not the boss who won't be affected. It's not a hard check. You're not fighting it. You're not trying to hit Phoenix's evasion.
Yeah. This isn't actually. I don't have an attack roll for this though.
Just
No,
make
miss.
it just
roll a d20 plus 3.
yeah, D20 plus 3.
D20 plus 3? Okay. All right. Hang on a sec. 3.
That's enough. It's enough.
Okay.
Again,
Good.
you weren't targeting Phoenix's evasion. This was just a
Okay.
it doesn't get knocked away by the boss. So yes,
Yes.
move Phoenix in five squares of your choice.
Yes.
All right, where am I going? Ideally, away from this thing.
Yeah. Any direction of my choice. So, do you want to go right or left?
I would like to go left.
Go for it. You move there.
Go left.
2, 3, 4, 5. Go left. Gone left.
All right. And then, as my second, I think let's put up a little bit of a barrier here for us on this bridge. I'm gonna do a Pharaoh spike barrier. It has to be. Does it have to be adjacent to me? Let me check really quick.
Free adjacent space.
Yeah. So I am going to move up. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Right there, and I basically want to make like a nice line. It is an object. Are you going to give me any description on this thing?
It is size 2,
Con?
if that helps.
There we go. Yes. Yeah, size 2. And I think I kind of want to put it right to the right of me. So, actually, I'm gonna go off to this side. And I'm gonna put it right to the left of me.
Go ahead and just draw it.
Right. Yeah. Let me.
So like that.
I don't. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you.
All right. There we go.
What? How much space does it
So-
occupy?
It's size 2.
Size 2. It is not currently a solid object, but at the beginning of my next turn, it is going to become hardcover. And if that thing tries to move through it,
Just a massive
after it is
ferrofluid.
hardened, it takes kinetic damage.
It's just a massive ferrofluid.
Right now, but at the start of
Yeah.
her next turn, it becomes solid
It'll-
and spiky and painful.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's weird goo. The technical term.
In the scientific vernacular.
Exactly.
Weird
And that's it for me.
There's the weird go.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
It's pulsing. I
All
love
right.
it.
Who's going after you?
I think Umbra's the only one of us left,
Well,
right?
you've also got the 2 conscripts that you could choose to designate.
Let's have Umbra. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
All right. All right.
Have fun.
I'll try.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5,
You can still currently get through that barrier. It's not
4,
real yet.
6.
And
With
you have
the-
+1 speed for this turn.
Yes. I will move.
So does engage when you are inside the threat range of an enemy or when you are immediately next to their base?
I believe it's immediately adjacent. Let me double check. Movements, engagement. If a character moves adjacent to a hostile, they both gain the engaged status.
So you're not adjacent to it just yet.
Oh, good.
Not just yet. All right. I'm going to move there. And then I'm going to... I'm going to skirmish with my Nexus mounts.
All right.
First one gets an accuracy. Ooh, what was that?
I was just playing around with special effects.
Okay. Smoking. I don't like this.
It's just got one of the
it's
it's
you
just
hitting
got
it.
one of the arms up to the mouth, blowing smoke rings.
All
Now it's blowing pride smoke rings.
All right, there you go. Oh, of course.
5 will miss.
All right, and with the second mount,
Yeah, see second.
no accuracy, so just a d20 plus 3. Yeah. I'm assuming that misses.
Yes, an 8 misses.
Miss,
Yeah, I rolled a 9 in that mist, so
miss, All right. Well then, in that case, why are you hiding that? No, not that one. Uh, all right. We can still try tech attacks against him, right? He's
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's try to invade. I don't think I have anything that gives me accuracy to that. No, I do not. Okay, so just another let 1d20 plus 3.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Oh, it's E defense, so
And oh no, that requires a quick action.
Hmm.
I have a metafold maze that would have required me to. It would be when I hit with a tech attack, I may activate the system, causing the target to become slowed, but it requires an additional quick action, so can't do that this time.
so what are you doing with
So
the
it
invasion?
what is it? On success, you target takes 2 heat, and I choose one of the invasion
Yep.
character.
So pick an invade option. If you don't have one, there's always fragment signal.
You've got a couple. I don't know if they're ones that you want to use, but you've got a couple.
Which one are the options?
Whatever you got installed. You said you had a Law of Blades installed,
Yeah.
so that gives you 2 options.
Law of Blades is full tech rather than invade options.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yep.
Never mind.
No.
Also, unless you can use Law of Blades to make someone attack themselves, it will not be helpful here.
You can't.
Yeah.
It specifies someone else.
And in that case, I'll just do the.
If you have Metafold Carver,
No, I have Metafold Maze, which again requires a quick action.
right, yep.
So I'll just one of the invasion options available to you.
Fragment signal is one that
Everyone has.
fallback.
Yeah, I'll go with that one for.
All right. Just a standard impair and slow.
Okay.
Just checking things right here real quick. It is immune to being slowed, but it is not immune to being impaired. So it is impaired, but it is not slowed. What does impaired do again, as I try to remember?
All the
One
things.
difficulty on all attacks, checks, and saves.
Cool. All right. All right.
Okay, that's my turn.
Who's going after you? I think it's just the conscripts now.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
So the conscripts move together. The allied conscripts, who are glass cannons functionally. They don't have a lot of hit points, and they're very easy to kill, but they can do a lot of damage if they stay alive. Just going to be useful. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are going to march up the land bridge, aim, and unload with their quick action or with their attacks for the round. Their heavy variable rifle. They both get 2 accuracy because they can each draw line of sight to the target.
Come on, guys. If you can hit this guy, you can hit a barn door.
No attack bonus, but 2 accuracy. A 22 and a 15 both hit.
Hell yeah.
And so they both independently do 13 armor piercing kinetic damage.
Nice.
It seems to notice that damage a lot more than anything else y'all have been hitting it with.
Kelsey praise. We have
Is
not done a lot of damage to it.
It is resistant to kinetic damage, so it doesn't take the full amount, but it does still take damage. All right. Yeah, that has definitely drawn its attention. Top of the round. It is the enemy's turn. They are going to head towards the things that hurt it the most, which just means that it's going to have to stop there because now it's in engage range. Oh, I know. If it's bigger than you, it doesn't have to stop, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
No.
have to stop if it's larger than the thing it engages with.
And it has to be adjacent.
But
rather
Diomedes,
than
I think
within
you
frame.
always
Yes.
Oh,
You always
Diomedes-
stop when you engage with the
Yep.
Okay.
lo-
Oh, right. Yes, I forgot. that
Localized
space
maze.
was part of its size.
Hostile characters cannot pass through a space occupied for most of
Yeah, and must always stop
Move-
when moving engage with the
engage with it,
the
regardless of
Minotaur,
size.
regardless of size.
Yep.
Neat.
So it will stop moving as soon as it engages with the Minotaur. And will...
It moves as if to step past this tiny mech, and then suddenly realizes it is in the metafold maze.
No. And Horus just flashes up and it's just like, no.
Well, in this case... he's going to use his Supreme Melee trait to ram Diomedes as a free action. Which you may or may not have noticed, but Diomedes is currently standing on a cliff.
Yes.
Are you immune to being knocked back by anything?
I'm not immune. But I do believe I have something. I gain accuracy to saves to avoid being prone or knocked back.
Okay. So this
Nice.
isn't a save. This is a melee attack it makes against you.
Okay.
Is it doing kinetic damage?
It's
I
trying
don't
to.
think it does damage.
It's not doing damage. It's trying to shove Diomedes off a cliff.
Shoot.
Eep.
Can't do my mag parry on you.
But a 5 misses.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
So it tries to shove Diomedes off the cliff, but the metafold maze fucks with its targeting parameters and it's not able to do so. So instead, it is just going to unleash hell, literally, at the two of you that are closest to it, as it opens up that mouth and just gouts of fire erupt as it uses its hellfire projector on you.
As a reaction, I'd like to use acrobatics. I can move. Oh no, wait, never mind. I can't do that. Never mind. I have to be flying, which I am not currently.
Yeah, it can't get you, and it can't get the two of you and the conscripts. So it's just gonna focus on the two of you. Oh, it can make 2 attacks at a time, but the attacks can't overlap. So actually, hang on. So it goes that and that. It can get all 4 of you. All right, sweet. It'll do that. So yeah, just a wide gout of flame. Attempting to hit all 4 of you. All right. None of you give it disadvantage, I don't think. Look at the conscripts here. No. An 8, I think, misses Damages.
Yes.
A 6, I believe, misses Mara's character.
Yep.
A 12 will hit one of the conscripts, but a 9 will miss the other. So because one of the conscripts gets hit, the other one will use its reaction for life support. And it'll roll a contested attack roll. On a success, it will get resistance to all damage from the triggering attack. And also fly 2 spaces in any direction. As he launches some blinding flares to intercept the attack. $16 will beat the attack roll that hit. So yeah, so this one will gain resistance to the damage it's about to take, and fly 2 squares this way. And in its place, a blinding flare goes up, which means that you cannot draw line of sight to the 2 conscripts for the rest of the round, and also that they're blind until the flare goes away. Which is good, because that means that they're not going to be obliterated this round. We'll just go with this. It's a burst 2. Burst 2 area, which actually means it's that big? Yeah.
Yes, 2 spaces out from the origin point.
Yep. So yeah, actually be right there. But yeah, so line of sight cannot be drawn through that area for the rest of the round, and the 2 conscripts that are in that area are both blinded. All right. But it still does take some damage. Would take 5 energy and 4 burn and 4 heat, but it takes resistance to all of that, so it takes 3 energy and 2 burn and 2 heat. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong weapon. 4 burn and 3 energy, wrong one. So back up there. So it'll be 2 energy and 2
energy
burn.
and 2 burn. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Different weapon does the bigger damage. Okay. That makes it their turn. So who's gonna go after? Who's gonna go next? Rudy, you get to pick because the conscripts went last.
Okay. All right. Usually you want to come over here and join the party?
Here, I can give it a shot. I thought I had more options than I did, but timing and my own mistakes have ruined me. So let's see what I can do.
That's a whole mood.
Well, like last session, we had made the declaration that there probably wouldn't be a scene change between the last fight and this one.
I realized
Right,
though
so
that
I
in
had-
order to have a rest, there has to be a
Yeah,
scene
like
change. Yeah.
it's absolutely valid. But I had used my true silver arsenal at the end of that last fight, preparing to use it in this fight, and
Yeah.
now I don't have it.
Yeah, fair.
Which is frustrating
Fair.
because I didn't even get any uses out of it in the last fight. I
and
used it for
since-
nothing.
Since you didn't use it in the last fight, let's just roll that back. You haven't used it yet.
In which case, I will definitely use it
It
now.
doesn't mean anything at this point.
This is the last fight of the game. Let's go ham.
Yeah.
We'll use it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to boost up into this thing right behind it. And other quick actions are going to be an attack with the Terashima Blade. We are in troll stance. Roll 1d20 plus 3. 22.
That'll hit. And a crit.
I'm going to use my overpower caliber. Does bonus damage get multiplied on a crit as well?
Yes, you roll an extra dice for everything,
Cool.
which is why upcal on crits is nuts.
Yeah, it's not multiplied, it's advantage
Yeah,
function.
like you
right?
get to roll twice and keep better,
Yeah.
yeah. Rolling 4d6, keep 2 plus 3. Take 10 AP kinetic damage.
Yeah. Is that apply? Does this have the effect that you had on the other thing, where it can't reduce the damage for any reason?
No, but it is AP.
Okay, so but it has resistance to kinetic damage. So
Because I have critically hit with my melee weapon, I reload all ranged weapons that were not used to attack this turn, so I automatically reload the anti-materiel rifle.
that's good.
And let's find out just how large this thing is. Let's use my Jägerkunst 2.
What does Jägerkunst do again? Just describe it for me.
After damage has been resolved, you and your target each roll a contested hull or agility check, each party choosing which to roll. The loser is knocked prone, takes 1d6 kinetic damage, and is knocked back 3 spaces in a direction chosen by the winner. The winner may then move 3 spaces in any direction, ignoring engagement and not provoking reactions. The loser may immediately take 2 AP kinetic damage to force the contest to be rerolled. This damage cannot be prevented or reduced in any way. If the result is a tie, the contest immediately ends. Otherwise, the contest continues until one character loses without forcing a reroll, or would take structure damage, in which case they immediately lose.
Okay. It is immune to being knocked back and prone, but it still would have to roll to take the damage or not. For the damage,
Yeah.
so. It's a contested hull check, you said?
Hull
Hull
or
or-
agility, both parties choose individually.
They are the same number for this one, so.
Yeah, not great.
Huh.
Did it still fail me?
Or was that, simply the result of seeing how high its bonuses are?
No, it rolled a 2 and got a 9. but failed. So,
So +7.
well, not all of that was a flat bonus.
It might have an accuracy.
Okay. Probably
Um,
has accuracy, but I probably still have the higher total bonus then, minus the accuracy.
what happens if it doesn't push it?
If it doesn't push it, it takes
1d6
d6 kinetic damage. The damage, none of the damage of fatal clash can be reduced or prevented anyway, but it does take just a d6 if it chooses not to reroll,
Or 2 if it does.
or 2 if it immediately take 2 if it forces a reroll.
It'll force the reroll. It'll take 2 and force the reroll.
Okay. Well, there's me failing.
All right, it just needs to roll. It just needs to roll a little ones.
Did it roll a 1?
No. It rolled a 7. I'm sorry, it rolled a total of 7, rolling a 3 on the d20.
Yay.
It rolled one
What about it
higher
being
than it
a
rolled
bad
last time, but the accuracy wasn't as good.
Yeah. What was that about? What was that about this being a bad idea?
Fair. I mean, it would be a bad idea if I rolled above a 5 for anything.
I know.
It's still
The entire game's
it
cursed.
hasn't broken even yet, so it'll try it again.
Good luck.
And now you've jinxed it.
I know.
Thanks.
Rolled a 22.
We tied, and the thing ends.
It tied and ends.
If the result is a tie, the contest immediately ends. So
Right.
I did 4 more free damage to it without me taking anything.
There you go.
There's just this woof of a shockwave and they're pushed apart.
Well, Shawnee is pushed away because it doesn't move.
Oh, right, yeah.
Basically, what happens is where normally it's like a Valkyrie like getting to a blade struggle with an enemy. The blade struggle in this case was with a massive spike on its back.
Or one of its like 8 hands.
Yeah, just like
It's the opening fight in the opening Metal Gear fight in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
There you go,
where
yeah,
it,
yeah.
like swings one of its wings down and you just like catch it and just force off of it.
exactly. All right.
Deflecting a skyscraper with a katana.
End of your turn. Or anything else in your turn?
No, that's my turn.
Right, it's gonna go again. And now that
Does
now that there
overcharge
are-
reset on a short rest?
Only
Okay,
on a
so
full
we're still on like burn your energy overcharge.
Mm-hmm.
now that there are more of you in the threat 3 range that its wrecker hits in, it is going to use its wrecker. All 6 of those arms plus the 2 metal spikes that it has just slam down around it, and the ground crumples and the kinetic force reverberates up and into the mechs around it. Whenever this weapon is used to attack, it attacks all characters within threat. So first Chunny, a 13 to hit.
We'll miss.
Then Rudy, a nat 20.
That it's
Then Mara, a 12.
That does not hit. I am going to use, because with House Guard, I am range 2 is considered adjacent to me. I am going to use my Meg Parry to try and get that off of Diomedes.
All right.
If it does kinetic damage.
Yes, it's doing kinetic damage.
Okay. So we're gonna roll a d6. We'll see if we can get that to miss for you. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Some bits of
No
the
crits
rubble.
for
thank
you.
you.
Some bits of the rubble shoot up to try to slam into Diomedes and potentially do lots of damage. But that ferrofluid shield just splashes it away.
Thank you so
Uh,
much.
You're welcome.
It did still clarify the specific text of the
Yes.
shield ability real quick for me.
Yeah.
parry?
Meg
Yeah.
parry. You may attempt to parry attack that would deal kinetic damage to you and or adjacent allied character. Roll 1d6 on a 5+. The attack misses. It does not stack with invisible.
Okay.
So it misses.
Yeah, it's as if it did not roll a hit.
Mhm.
So I'm just double checking on an
Yep.
ability.
I love this ability. It's so
No,
good.
Mag Parry's real good.
It's real good.
It's a lot.
It's only a 1 in 3 chance of
Especially
working,
with
but it's
the
very
with
good.
the increased range.
Yep.
It's real nice.
Yeah, House Guard's great for that.
Okay, so it did not make it made a successful attack but did not hit.
What are you trying to look up? I'm curious.
So it's an ability that fires off once per round when it makes a successful attack, which I think
Ah.
it
It's
doesn't.
not a
because it didn't
successful
hit.
attack.
Yeah,
The
because
attack
it misses.
missed.
Exactly. So
Yeah. Not a successful attack.
well, let's think. It makes a successful attack. It doesn't say when it hits is the thing, because
It's-
those are listed as two different things in text frequently. But I'm going to say it still fails because it misses. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, in this case, Mara made the attack not a success.
Right.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird words rule. Weird wording in the rules is the problem.
It's not perfect system.
Okay. That's its turn. Yes. Who's going after you, Shani? Oh,
Let's
and are
make
you
things
and are
interesting
you
and-
are you moving after Jaeger Kunst ends?
No. I used most of my movement and then boosted into melee with it. I could not move anywhere else without over.
I guess technically you don't win, so you don't get the free movement. Yeah.
Yeah, on a tie, I don't get to move anywhere. Neither of us take the extra damage, but neither of us get to get the benefits. We'll make it Serenade's turn, just to make that ferrofluid harden immediately.
Yeah. Alright, so that happens at the end of my turn. Meanwhile, I am moving through it. This way.
At the beginning of your next turn.
Oh, is it the beginning?
Mhm.
Well, darn. Okay, never mind.
Unfortunately.
Thank
Sorry.
you for clarifying that. I have clearly not read my own rules. Alright,
It helps that I have a small pile of CompCon windows and rule of
Yeah.
entries open on my third
That's-
monitor.
I've got a pile of ComCon windows and also just all the PDFs.
Yeah.
So it is now solid.
It's now solid.
Nice.
It has 20 HP. It can be used for hardcover.
I'm
Alright.
very entertained that you just stopped the animation on it.
Yeah.
I could still. No, I'm gonna stay here. I am going to skirmish and use my slip gun and my segment knife, which are both on my main.
You'd have to step forward to use the segment knife.
Not necessarily. I'm going to do the slip gun first. It's a cone 3.
Does that move the enemy?
Yes.
It can't be moved.
It can't be moved.
It's immune to
Shoot.
being moved.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Can it be teleported? Because it's not movement.
It's still
No, it
involuntary
is.
movement.
Involuntary movement?
Teleportation
Teleporting
is
is still
it's
a
still
movement.
involuntary movement.
Darn. All right. Well, I'm still gonna do it.
Fair.
You might want to step forward one before you do it.
Well, I'm not gonna do the slip gun. Or yeah, I guess I should move first. Yeah, I'll step forward. Right there. Slip gun first. So it is a +3.
It is too big for your portal gun.
A 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Sweet. And it takes 1d6 energy damage. Or actually...
Oh. It says
Yeah.
characters within must pass a system save or take the damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do hit it, but then it also has to take a system save.
Oh, it doesn't make an attack.
It doesn't make an attack? Okay. Still had me take an attack for some reason on this sheet. Confusing.
It's weird.
Okay.
Okay.
It makes a system save.
Rolled it. Wow. Not one makes it system save of 10.
No, that does not make it. So it would be teleported. It's not teleport. It does take d6 of energy damage though. So, there's that.
Is that energy damage AP?
6 energy damage, no.
Okay. It's not resistant
And
to
then I'm
energy
gonna-
damage, but it does have armor, so.
And then I'm gonna stab it
All right.
with a knife. A classic. Just a classic sort of.
Knife time.
Yeah.
The second
22 will hit, but you will do no damage.
Damn it.
Not necessarily. Could that's crit, so check and see if you get get
Oh,
a 3
I
on the
do get
D3.
crit things.
Oh, yeah.
Could deal
Yeah.
one.
Roll another d3.
I do the maximum damage. So that'd
That's only
be.
on a natural 20 if you're using brutal.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
yep.
And
It
you got
is.
19, so
Well, I tried.
You can roll another d3 and see if you get a 3.
Oh, actually, once per round, when you perform a critical hit with an auxiliary main melee weapon, which is what that is, auxiliary, I get to move up to 2 spaces as a free action that ignore engagement and reactions.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ignore reactions. I'm gonna move.
no, it automatically does. I'm fairly certain.
I can choose not to. This is the thing. This is that
Alright.
annoying thing that does the chaining
Yep, I'm with you now.
ridiculousness. So I'm gonna move this way and see if it tries to hit me.
It will try to hit you. Also,
Okay.
re-roll the damage on the knife to see if you hit a 3.
Okay.
/ roll 1d3.
Yep. I did get
Yes.
it.
All right, you rolled a 3. You still do 0 damage.
Okay.
It has 3 on it.
Well then.
And it will try to hit you as you
Go for it.
scamper away. It's going to go with one of the... Yeah. So it swings one of those large metal implements at you, and you watch as it does. The electricity emanating from the metal implement just begins to ignite the hydrogen in the air as it passes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, no, hydrogen's not in the air. It begins to ignite the oxygen in the air. Sorry, wrong
There's
element.
I mean,
There's
we're
water
on
in
a
here, there is
we're on a
hydrogen.
weird planet. There could be anything in here.
That's fair.
Air is
Surprised
mostly
people.
nitrogen.
Surprise, people of Hessinia breathe butane.
Does a 12 hit you?
No, it doesn't. I
Yeah.
get to move more.
Yeah. So
It misses.
this superheated bit of electrically charged steel or metal of some kind just swoops past you, and you feel the heat emanating off of it.
Okay, it misses. I get to stab it again. Because this is what Blade Dancer does. Love this stupid thing. Okay. 16?
That'll hit. You still do no damage though.
Yeah, that's not the point. Okay. Yeah, that stops it because I did not crit. Let's see. That was a skirmish. What else can I do? I am going to activate.
I love the weird combination of talents and abilities that Mara's put together.
Yeah. I'm going to activate a magnetic shield.
Okay, which is what?
This is a line 4 force field, 4 spaces high. I want to basically put it in between where my little spiky barrier is. Like this way. Between
So
me and it.
that is all space that it is occupying. There
all
is no
space it's
space
occupying?
between you and it. You are still adjacent to it.
Shoot. Okay.
It is technically 4x4.
Yes.
Shoot. Okay. In that case,
Yeah, it occupies. Oh. Hang on. All these spaces.
okay. Magnetic shield. I see what you mean. Okay. I'm going to boost to get further away.
Okay.
Move 6 more spaces.
It will use its second reaction to try to hit you again
Okay.
with the same with the same implement but the other hand.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit you?
That is my evasion, so yes.
All right. So you are going to take 5 energy, 4 burn, and 4 heat
Ow.
as this massive implement of destruction just smashes into you as you leave.
Okay, can you repeat that? How much damage?
5 energy. This is not AP.
5.
None of this is AP except for the burn, obviously.
Okay.
The burn is.
So
So-
4.
5 energy, 4 burn, and then 4 heat.
The burn doesn't get affected by armor, I don't think.
No, burn
Right.
is
Yep.
armor piercing naturally.
Yeah. So 8 damage and 4 heat.
Yes.
And 5 burn marked. Or was it 4 burn?
4 burn.
4 burn, okay, good.
Now, it has an ability that gives it more than one reaction on a turn. Does it have something that lets it overwatch more than once per round? Because Overwatch
It has.
itself
It can
limits-
overwatch an infinite number of times every round.
Ow.
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Yep, it's just a standard ultra.
Oh,
But I
that's
still
another
get to
thing.
move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
That's.
got the
That's.
Oh!
Yeah.
If I don't know if this would make a difference, but technically it had a +1 difficulty on that. Any reaction attacks against me?
Oh, then that would make a difference actually.
Yeah.
So that would subtract 5 from that total damage.
And that
That total
misses.
attack. So that would have missed. So you wouldn't have taken
Oh,
damage.
okay.
I'm fairly certain 7 misses.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Good thing I remembered my abilities. Okay, I'm back
Yes.
up.
Always remember your
and-
abilities.
Yes. In which case, I get my extra things again because it misses. I think. Let me see. Yeah, every time a reaction attack you trigger as part of this movement misses. Actually, that's only. I think that only
That's
gets
only when you do your
started
crit
when I
movement. Yeah.
crit.
Yeah, it's only
never
once,
mind.
sadly.
Yeah. That is okay. I have +1 accuracy to the next attack I make.
That
Well-
talent would be completely busted otherwise.
Yeah. I
It's
am
like
gonna
ramp up
keep
the evade.
moving away
It's
though.
like-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But
I'm
yes,
back there now.
Reflex is the trait. It's an ultra trait that lets ultras overwatch unlimited times per round.
Alright, that took Lou long. I'm done.
I guess ultras are like supposed to be the ultimate boss fight.
Yeah, ultras are. You don't put an ultra in a fight if it has any allies functionally, unless your players are max level. Because they are
Your mileage, of course, may vary.
ridiculous. Yeah, it may vary, but yeah, they are ridiculous.
I'm finished.
I'm not using the ability that gives it just a flat 6 armor that
Yeah.
ultras can use.
Vomit, 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 vomit.
All right. So who's going after you, Mara?
Umbra, I don't think you've gone.
Not yet.
Umbra, as the first person to start their turn adjacent to it, you're the first person to feel the effects of its repulsion field. Oh wait, no. It also matters when they become adjacent to it for the first time on their turn. So actually,
This would have happened.
I didn't read that line. We'll worry about that later.
Okay.
So Umbra, you take 2 energy
Yes.
damage and 2 heat, and must succeed a system save.
2 and 2 heat.
Yep.
And must make a system save.
Yep. When hostile characters start their turn adjacent to the Ultra or become adjacent to the Ultra for the first time on their turn, which is the part of the line that I didn't read earlier, so we'll ignore that until it becomes relevant again. They take 2 energy damage plus 2 heat and must succeed a system save or become impaired until the end of their next turn.
Do I have anything to help with
So
this?
D20 plus your system stat.
Yeah, it's going to be a +2. Let me see if there's anything that'll. If I have anything that'll help me, I don't think I do, but nope. Nope. Okay. Nice.
That's a success. Sorry, you are not impaired.
Excellent. All right. How about I get away from the cliff?
Might be helpful.
Sounds
be
like a
helpful.
plan. That's part of my thought. I was like, I don't want to be this close to the edge of a drop off.
All right.
It seems
and whenever
unsafe.
Until end of turn.
Has Phoenix gone yet?
I have not.
So is what's it called? When I move away from
It's hard to use
From an
its 2
enemy.
reactions, so it can't react. It can't overwatch you yet.
Oh, okay.
So you're not gonna get an overwatch. You're not gonna get a smack.
Reactions by turn.
All right. 1,
They are.
2, 3.
So it will attack you actually.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I forgot to
uh,
reset every turn.
do I still have the +1, or was that just for 1 turn? For movement.
Just for the one turn.
Okay, so I only have.
So
Okay.
let's see if it hits you. It's gonna
hold
swing at you
on,
with the big stick too.
I got gorilla where whenever whenever you disengage attack whenever you disengage attacks against you are made at difficulty +1 until the end of your next turn.
Oh, good.
And Blade Dancer reactions attacks against you are made at +1 difficulty.
So if you disengage, that's full action. So you can just step away and have difficulty on the attack. And still
Yeah,
get to do
yeah. If you
things.
disengage, they don't attack you. So they can't attack you. But if you just step away, it'll have a difficulty on the attack.
Okay.
And since you're stepping out of adjacency with it, it won't get a second one.
Yeah, reactions come every turn. And it's just normally you can't make this many overwatches, but this thing is a big boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Six arms.
Okay, so disengage and he'll only get the one, or he'll.
So are you disengaging
Okay.
or not, or just stepping away? Because if you disengage, you won't be able to do anything other than move away.
Yeah. I think I'll just move away.
Okay. So an 11 to hit you.
That misses.
You
So that
continue to
was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
That's all my movement. And I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's give it a shot. I'm gonna activate my core system, maze, choose a character within sensors. They become. Oh no, wait. You said he can't be stunned, so.
I haven't said that yet. No,
No, you said you couldn't be slowed.
can't be slow.
So
It
let's
can be slowed.
so
Mhm.
this is let's give it a shot. It's oh wait, hold on. Let me see what it does again. Become stunned as you hurl their systems into a metaphysical information trap so tangled that they can do nothing but try and escape. At the end of their next turn, they may make a system save at +3 difficulty. On success, they are no longer stunned. This save can be repeated at the end of each of their turn, gaining +1 accuracy until success.
Metaphor.
So I'm doing that, and I don't know. So let's see if it works.
Or you're activating.
Ah.
Okay.
It
active
just
maze.
gets stunned, so we'll find out immediately whether or not it's immune to stun.
It is immune to stunned.
Cool. Good to know.
All right.
Computer, can you please? Thank you. All right.
So you have now acquired that information.
Yes. And I guess that's everything I can.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's everything I can do.
Who's going after you?
Who's?
Well, it's either me or the conscripts.
Go ahead. They can.
Alright.
They can wait till the end.
Let's see. I too would like to get away from cliff edges. So I will move one.
Yeah, there's a
two-
reason my first thing to do in the start,
Oh, the
at
life
the
support-
start of this fight was dash away from any nearby cliff
Oops.
edge.
Life support at last until the end of the round. So actually, that wouldn't still be up there. Nah, that's why it's not good for them to be attacked last. Oh, that doesn't. No, they weren't. It would have been. That's fine.
Yeah, so I'm going to move to there, and I'm going to barrage to fire the siphon beam. Let's just double check a thing. Economy. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to fire it in this direction to pass through Herja and the big guy. Herja is not attacked. They're instead bolstered. Have +2 accuracy on your next skill check or save.
Yeah.
And then
I'll take that because I'll probably need that.
hey, that's a crit.
Nice.
Nice. And it is armor piercing,
Yes, it is.
and it's energy, which he's not resistant to. So good.
So, yep, take 9 AP energy damage instead of 4.
All right.
And
That hurt.
that's all I can do.
I'm assuming you're indicating to the conscripts next.
Yes.
What do they have to roll to get rid of the burn that they've got?
It's an engineering check. And checks are always 10.
They successfully clear the burn. All right. Both conscripts will can stay back a bit. They're not going to try to walk past this thing, and will instead continue to fire with their heavy variable rifles, because that's armor piercing. And with
Did pretty good
Two.
last turn.
2, yeah, they're tier 3 conscripts, which is surprisingly not that great, really. Their heavy variable rifles do 13 kinetic damage, but they don't have any bonuses to the attack, so it's
It's fine.
Fine, 13 damage is a lot of damage.
halved because it's resistant to kinetic. But yeah,
Yeah, so takes 5 on a hit. That's still good.
6. 13
13
halved would be 6.5. So
Armor first.
all right, armor. Right,
It's
right.
AP.
Oh, right. It's
It's AP. It's
so,
AP.
yeah.
So no, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I stand corrected. 6 damage is still good.
Yeah. Jesus, First one hits. Second one hits. They both hit, so that's total 12 damage to it. It is definitely looking. It's bleeding a lot, which is upsetting, given it's a mech, but still.
I choose to believe it's machine oil. I don't care if you
Alright.
tell me it's blood. I believe it's machine oil.
Top of the round. Its turn. Man, it has gone from 65 hit points to a lot less.
I'm giving those two conscripts medals if they survive this.
All right, it is going to. Let's see. How are you all stacked up right now?
Well, I can safely say we're not stacked on top of each other, if that helps.
No, but with two 5 square cones, he can get all 4 of you. They can't overlap, but he can hit all 4 of you. So yeah, that flaming breath that it had used to hit Umbra and Fury and the conscripts earlier, it now turns around and unleashes this roiling cloud of flame on the 4 of you. Do any of you have something that will make it have disadvantage from this, or that will make it have difficulty on this roll?
I got nothing.
Not from me.
Nope.
All right.
No.
Starting with Andrew, 17 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
William, 26 to hit.
That 17 would have missed me.
Mara,
Yeah, but then I'd have taken the 26.
16 to hit.
Hits.
Rudy, 15 to hit.
It's
Okay.
Every other roll would have missed me.
Must be nice.
So
This is
it hit with a successful attack, so its Devastator trait triggers. All of you take 2 explosive damage.
Okay.
Ow.
all right.
Just
Is that
flat.
AP?
No, not AP. Just 2 explosive damage flat.
I take 1 explosive damage.
And you take... everybody except for Shawnee takes 3 energy and 4 burn damage.
Another point of structure gone. And I'm just gonna... Come on. Where's...
Shawnee takes 7 energy and 4 burn damage.
Alright.
Exactly a structure point after my armor.
Well, shit. So that burn goes away,
uh-oh.
as does
Your mech
most
is
of
wrecked.
patience. I got a point of structure. I took a point of structure, and I rolled a 1 when I had 1 structure remaining. So my mech is no longer a thing.
Does
Oh,
it
no.
explosively detonate, or does it just disable?
It is just destroyed. It's not explosive.
Also, that burn stacks, which means Mara currently has 8 points of burn.
Should-
No, only 4, because the last one, it didn't actually hit.
It was a miss.
Yeah.
All right, it didn't miss.
That
That's
was-
right.
Yep.
I have got glancing blow. I am impaired. That's fun. Impaired is not it's not a thing I want to be right now.
Did anyone else hit structure from that?
Nope.
Not quite yet.
Okay. Patience is disabled, becoming a wreck.
Yep.
But it didn't explode, so you're still alive.
Burn applies heat, right or no?
Yes.
Sorry?
It applies heat when it kicks off or immediately. I think it does it immediately.
What are we talking about? Sorry, I
Burn.
missed it.
Doesn't burn apply heat?
No.
Okay.
Burn is its own separate thing.
Okay.
But it does apply heat when it fires off on the round, doesn't it?
No.
It's one of those things that burns weird.
Burn does not
no,
interact
burn
with
does
heat
burn
in any
not
way.
apply any kind of heat. It's just we keep getting it confused because burn and heat seem related.
You're just on
Yeah.
fire. You're not getting hotter.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, don't worry. The fire's not hot. It's just continuous.
It's not. You're on fire, yes, but it hasn't reached your reactor.
It's not my systems aren't on fire. It's just my hull.
It's just everything else.
It's. This is why we have reactor shielding, people.
All right, that's its turn. Who's going after you, Andrew?
Shiny.
All right. I need to make an engineering check.
Put out that fire.
The
D20
check.
roll
The check
for me.
happens at the end of the turn.
At the end of the turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
At start of your turn, you need to make a systems check because you are in its repulsion field. You take 2 energy and 2 heat.
I don't know. Is it just a check or a save?
It's a save. System save.
Hope
That
its
is
DC is 10.
your systems is 0.
Yeah, my system is 0. I have all of my points in hull and agility.
Okay. Its save is not 10, so you are impaired.
I was already impaired, so
There you go. Double impaired. But yeah, you take 2 energy and 2 heat.
Ooh. That's interesting. Take 1 energy and 2 heat.
Oh, you should have had 2 accuracy on that save.
Oh, right.
Not that it matters,
Didn't matter, but
I mean, it might.
because like
I can't be double impaired.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
yeah, it's just that the impaired condition would have changed its duration.
Yeah,
It's
because
still
now,
end of turn, isn't it?
well, now it's until the end of your next turn.
Oh, okay.
So-
well, let's find out.
Never know. Could matter.
So roll 2d6k1. All right, 16.
16.
You succeed, so you're not impaired until your next turn, and are instead only unimpaired until the end of this turn.
I would like to get that heat again, but
All right, Nuke Cav.
yeah, I'm a nuclear cavalier. I'm not in my danger zone yet.
I mean, you did just take 2 points of heat.
I know. If I could take 1 more point of heat, it'd be nice.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my overcharge is at D6 plus 4, and
I
I'm
mean,
not doing that shit.
Stay next to it.
I know. That's the consideration that's happening in my brain right now. Do I stay standing right here to get that extra heat?
Or wait till it hits you again.
By
I
the
mean,
way, I'm not damaging this thing, but I can move any of you about the field however you want.
I mean, it gets infinite Overwatch. There's not, like, the only point for me moving away from it right now is to not get the extra difficulty that I already have from shooting at this thing in melee. And also, I have to shoot it in melee first anyway because my anti-material is ordnance. So let's just do that then.
All right.
We're gonna barrage with the anti-material rifle and the Terashima blade.
Oh, damn it! I'm an idiot. Oh well.
What'd you do?
Oh, I have a talent that we could have used before this fight even started.
What does it do?
Friends in high places. Once per mission while resting, I can call in a supply drop. I and my allies may each replenish 1 usable limited weapons and systems and restore 1 structure. This doesn't require any repairs and can be used if I have reached my repair cap.
I never hit anything with this fucking.
Everyone up
anti-material.
1 structure.
Cool, I'm alive.
Yay!
So what happens when you roll a 1 and you have 2 structure left?
And if I have 2 structure left, I have to pass a hull check or be destroyed.
Okay.
All right, let's do that whole check.
Here
Let's
we
go.
Come on. Light roll. Yes, I am
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
I am just stunned for a turn.
Congrats.
Everything's your systems are screaming, but they're not dead yet.
I'm never gonna hit anything with anti-material rifle. Okay.
An 8, yeah, no, 8 misses. It's impressive that you're able to miss it at point blank range. I'm gonna say that that's still like you're hitting it. It just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's swing the Terashima blade. And fucking goddamn
What do you have the difficulty
Impaired
with
is
Hiroshi? What do you? Oh,
pain in
okay,
my
impaired.
ass.
Right. Yeah. All right. But that's
Just a burn.
that the end of your turn.
Yeah, now I'm making an engineering check for the burn. I clear the burn.
All right. You're no longer on fire. End of your turn. Its turn. It can see. Does that Mara? Does that block of stuff block line of sight or no?
Yes,
size-
it's hardcover.
It's size 2. You can see over it.
Yeah, it's size 2 though. He's size 4. So
Yeah,
you can see over it, but it is still hard cover. So if they're standing next to it, they're benefiting, but because they can see over it.
Mm-hmm.
all right. It's going to launch its Ravager rounds again. So kinetic range attacks on everybody.
Oh boy, my max evasion is 5.
I mean, it's not getting its accuracy because of its impairment. So there's that. Or is that over by now? That might be
Amy
over
I
by
think
now.
that's
turn.
over.
Because it has 2 turns, so it would have
imagine.
ended at the last one. Yeah, okay. So that should.
Okay, yeah.
So starting with Andrew.
Yes.
10.
Hits.
William. 7.
Yes, misses.
Mara. 24.
Hits, but I'm gonna mag parry it. Let's
right.
see. Yeah, it still hits.
Rudy. 12.
Misses.
And conscripts. Misses both conscripts. All right. So it hits. Only hits 2 of you. One of you get.
Mind
One of
you,
you.
it's the two of us who have taken a lot of damage.
So Andrew, you take 4 kinetic damage.
Mhm.
And Mara, you take 9 kinetic damage.
Ooh, that's a structure damage for me.
Oh, you have resistance, don't you?
Or yes. So it'd be 5. That brings me down to 0. I take
Okay.
structure damage.
You take less of a structure
Oh,
damage.
you have an armor as well?
I do. That's
So
true.
it'd
It'd
be
be
4.
4. Okay, I
And
still
you
have
drop
1.
You
Never
drop
mind.
it to 8 and then half it. So you're at 1.
I'm at 1.
All right. That's his turn.
Going great.
Who's going after you, Johnny?
You're stunned until the end of your turn?
Until the end of my next turn, yes.
Now we do that now so you can stop being stunned and have your evasion back.
I've already taken a turn this round.
Oh, have you? Okay. Never
No,
mind.
you haven't. No, you were the last person on the last round.
Oh,
Right,
Well,
yeah,
alright
'cause I was at the top of this round.
And then it
Okay.
Hellfire barraged you.
Well,
right.
that's
top of the
good.
Yes,
round.
because
That's good. That feels
right.
good.
Yes, because I told you to go for the first on our side. So
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
I haven't taken a turn this round yet.
Yeah, so take your turn so you can stop being stunned.
Cool. I am no longer stunned. Go.
You would still have to clear the burn though, because you would have still had the 4 burn.
Did I take burn?
Yeah, you took burn from the thing that knocked you down to make you stunned.
Oh.
We cleared it because you exploded, but then you remembered your ability. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Yep. So engineering. Yep.
Yep,
No longer
you're
burn.
You're fine.
All right,
yeah.
good. All right,
Cool.
so
That's the turn.
you managed to be unstunned and unburned. Who's going after you?
Serenade can't hurt it, but can affect the battlefield. Daemon
The conscripts can hurt it.
The conscripts
lot.
can hurt it very much.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's have the
It's good.
conscripts go. Before it does anything that could hurt them.
Yeah.
I want those two to live.
They've been doing
Alright.
most of the damage, honestly. It feels
Hit.
like.
And All right, so they hit twice, which kills it.
Yes! Victory.
So there's a hail of heavy munitions coming from the bridge from the two allied conscripts that were dropped in with you. They having fortunately, like, the one that took a hit earlier was down to 4 hit points because they only have 8 hit points each. They have 8 hit points, 1 structure, evasion, and E defense of 10, but their gun does 13 kinetic damage.
Tier
Brilliant.
3 conscripts. They don't get more durable. They
Promote
do get
that
more
soldier.
danger.
Yes. Especially when you give them the Kodamumo squad trait, which seemed fitting for resistance fighters. So yeah, just a hail of heavy of high caliber ammunition continues to just pound into. It's basically nonstop the entire fight. Has been pounding into the back of this thing as it's been fighting the rest of you, and eventually it just takes enough damage gradually over time where it begins to start moving slower and then falls over, collapsing to the ground.
I will immediately get a. You two have earned yourselves some goddamn medals. Now get out of here before you run into anything dangerous.
You get a couple of thumbs up from the conscripts, and they begin trudging back.
Good to hear you're still okay in there, Phoenix. I'm gonna walk over and like knock on your.
Make an engineering. But the two that are still on fire, make engineering checks to see if you're not on fire.
Oh,
anymore.
that's right. I am still on fire. That's correct.
Can just stabilize to clear that on your turn.
A 15. I think that clears it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just stabilize that, you just clear it. So.
Yeah.
All right. So you stabilize, you clear. All that's left before you is this temple. Massive stone doors closed in front of it.
Right.
This thing was the anti-air thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This was the central control unit for the.
No, I mean, like, the
assimilated
thing that
trust
was
now.
standing here was the reason we couldn't just, like, shell this place from orbit, right?
Mhm.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah.
Presumably, you haven't seen anything else, although you haven't gone to the facility yet, so there might be other things.
The control system's in there.
Alright, so let's see if we can break everything that we can on our way in, and if there's anything that we can't break on our own, we'll shell this place from orbit.
Quite happy to help with both.
All right.
Here, just gonna
Roger.
step up to the door.
All right. You step up. Make a hull check.
Decent at hull. This +2.
It's not a big. It's not a big check. That's fine. It
Fine.
was a 5 that you needed to be.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a stone door. It's just heavy. You push this door open, and there's a as it hits the wall, and inside you see. This may have at one point been a beautiful and complex construction of indigenous crafting to the planet. It's hard to tell though, because the first thing you see is, with the same sort of construction that like a spider web would have, meat just stringing all across this entire interior as the flesh, as the biological nanomachines have constructed sort of a nest inside this structure, in the center of which you can see is this large obsidian cylinder that would seem to theoretically be the hive core of the assimilated nanomachines. It is completely enshrouded in this fleshy webbing that has created a slightly see-through cocoon and just sort of webbed up the entire interior of the facility. As you enter, a pair of turrets
Sweet.
power up and turn to start aiming at you. I'm not going to get your initiative because you guys will be able to destroy this pretty quickly. What do you do?
Can I use my fair slash to I don't know how these are mounted, but basically to pull it over and like stick the barrel of the gun in the ground. I want to do that.
Sure.
Essentially.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You.
I was gonna say, can you rip one turret and throw it into the other one?
Yeah, or that, something
Sure.
of the equivalent.
Grab one up, yank it out of the ground. The turret flies into the other one.
Yeah.
The
Do the
one-
thing where you bend the barrel up.
Yeah. One of them's still able to fire though. If someone wants to take it out.
Well, I don't currently. You know what? There is a crunch from the ceiling as a railgun shot punches through the roof of the temple.
So yeah, the fair slash launches the one turret over into the other. It crumples. The other one continues trying to get a bead, and just a hole opens up in the roof, and both of them are just annihilated by the railgun shot. And you are presented with this meat cocoon.
Now this problem. Valkyrie says as she just sort of like pulls the breech back on the anti-material rifle and loads the next round into it.
You know what? I would like to look around the place. I mean, I wouldn't like to look around, but I look around. And I would like to use my momentum power to get a truthful answer from the GM. How do I think I can get around this obstacle? The obstacle in question being that this thing needs to be destroyed.
Lots of damage.
Okay. Looks over at
The
Valkyrie
defenders aren't here anymore, so you just have to destroy it.
Well, following on from Valkyrie's example, I then promptly level my rail rifle and fire.
I assume all of you just begin to unload on this thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It has
So we just started blasting.
It has 25 hit points, 0 armor, 5 evasion, and 5 E defense. You destroy it very quickly. You just begin to unload an entire campaign's worth of frustration on the assimilated from every time that you have encountered them.
Yep.
And in short order, like 4 or 5 rounds based on your average damage output, considering what you've been rolling so far.
If it's got 5 evasion and I can't miss, it's not going to last 4 rounds. It's good.
This is 25 hit points more as a thing. But anyways,
I do 2d6 for my anti-material rifle, plus
Fair.
more than that if I'm in danger zone, and then have 2 hand cannons that are each a d6.
but yeah, a couple of rounds.
Clash it.
You managed to a 0 hull check, so you destroy it. Once there's an explosion inside, bits of the cocoon fly away. Some of it gets on your mechs, and you get some just bloody meat covering your exterior cameras for a minute. And after a few moments, you look back and see and watch as, with the governing core that had been operating the nanomachines destroyed, you watch as the massive Guardian mech behind you begins to just deconstruct as the various constituent parts of it that formed the assimilated mech begin to dissolve as the nanomachines lose all of their adherent consistency and it falls apart. Which then, as that does, the webbing interior also begins to just dissolve. Which tells you that probably all the assimilated on the planet have followed suit.
But not quickly enough.
Rest in peace.
Well,
Yes.
Pieces.
I'm kind of wandering around. I don't do a lot of damage output. And I didn't want, like, my main weapon is a sword, and I don't want to get close to this thing, so I think I just stood back while people were barraging stuff. I'm walking through kind of some of the wreckage and just checking. Because this thing has been very persistent and very good at, like, from scraps being able to rebuild itself. I wanted to look at the obsidian core thing and make sure that it is, like, fully, nothing's ticking, nothing's sounding like that weird fragment we picked up and tried to attach to me, etc.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a What skill triggers do you have?
Good question. Hang on, let me
Hacker
get to that
fix?
page
Is that one
here.
move?
Yes, yeah.
Give me a hacker fix roll.
Yeah, I have a plus for that. Let me roll. A 15.
15. Well, the 15. So the obsidian central core seems to have been a cryopod of some kind. And it's been largely destroyed. The central core, where what you would assume the AI core, like the actual proper processing core, seems to still be intact, but the device itself is completely just destroyed, inoperable, showing no signs of power.
Okay.
But the central, the core of the device itself does seem to still have something in it.
I want to pick that up and look at it.
All right. It is, for no particular reason. Valkyrie, how tall are you?
6'2".
Okay. It's about 7 foot long, maybe 2.5 foot wide, spherical cylinder that was inside the larger, or that's more diamond actually, sort of shaped, solid black obsidian capsule that was inside the outer shell of the core. It does seem to have human-sized interfaces and sort of a release catch on it.
He says out loud, "All right, I'm gonna open this thing.
Be careful.
Will do. Cover me."
Immediately trains rifle on the cryopod.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of tapping from inside Phoenix's control suite as she recalibrates her targeting on her satellite. Just gonna budget that way a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so you open the pod.
Yes.
You pull open the pod, and there's a off-gassing release of cryogenic fluids and gases as falling out of it onto the ground. Heavily mutated but still identifiable Valkyrie falls out of it onto the ground.
Are you seeing this?
I can't say I'm surprised considering Mimir's particular interest in my strain. Vat-grown super soldiers, remember.
In this case, also presumably a vat-grown supercomputer.
Nope.
So
Does it seem alive? Like, is it going to wake up?
You scan it, it's dead.
Deceased.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if my particular genetic strain was especially successful, it might have been used as a template for this thing. Either that or Mimir just has more of an obsession with me than I thought.
And needs to get a hobby.
Yeah.
A better one.
You can make a oh god, fucking skill triggers. What are they? You can make a read a situation check, Shawnee.
Sure. No.
Anyone else
My
that wants
dice are
to?
not liking me today.
Anyone else that wants to can as well.
I'm
No,
zero
not
to
quite
this.
for me.
Would stay cool possibly apply?
No, not in this particular case.
Okay.
This is analyzing.
All right, this is just a flat for me. Yeah.
Would you like to make that roll, Rudy?
Nope.
Nope, not a single one of them.
Yeah, no, not a single one. Yeah, no, it's just, maybe she's weirdly obsessed with
Beautiful.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Yep, not
What do you
creepy at
want to
all.
do with it?
Actually, Valkyrie, what are your other skill triggers?
Hacker fix, leader inspire, patch, spot, stay cool, survive, take control, apply fist to face as assault.
Give me a leader inspire roll.
Okay, roll better. There we
18.
go.
With an 18, it occurs to you that if you most likely the reason why there is a biological component based off of a warrior from Umbra Draconis is because the biological nanomachines needed something with combat experience to guide their decision making.
Mm-hmm. And specifically, Valkyrie was grown to be a leader.
Which, as you're thinking about it, that would probably be why your strain was used here.
My subset is from a command strain, so while there's likely some amount of obsession because there were other command strains that could have been used, a command strain likely would have been ideal for organizing this kind of force. And maybe mine is just particular.
The one thing you do notice, Valkyrie, there are no tattoos on this one.
Yeah, this person has no service record. There's
Yeah.
The tattoos aren't genetic. They're implanted as service record.
There's also no indication of the clone designation either,
Yeah.
which
So
is
what you're
standard
telling
for
me-
any clone.
So what you're telling
This
me
may
is
have been the original template, also known as the Trueborn.
Hmm.
There's no clone designation, no service record, no indication of who they were. This is
So
likely
this-
the person from whom's DNA I was created.
the original then.
I'm
Not-
the
not-
original
not-
me.
Not to mean like I'm sorry. All this cloning is a bit beyond me, but it's you, but it's not you.
It's my template. I was given additional modifications and alterations. The color of my hair is slightly more vibrant than that thing, and that was intentional, as were the several different other augmentations that I was given. Orange hair is considered a sign of leadership and significance. Mine was made artificially more bright, as both a signal for others to follow me and to make me easily identifiable. This person, as much as they may have been the original template from which I was modified and created, is not me. If
Thank the
anything,
stars for
I
that.
could call them an ancestor.
Well, my condolences that your ancestor was used in this way, I suppose.
I mean, it shows that Mimir had little care even for his own people, though maybe this can explain some of why the homeworld went missing. I'm going to scan it and see if there's any trace of signal or information regarding Umbra Draconis on it.
Yeah, you do a scan. Humanoid body, heavily modified. You can tell that there has been heavily biologically augmented in order to make them interface with the pod better. But no combat augmentations like you've had. This is entirely interface augmentation. No data. You're not pulling any data off of it as far as Umbra Draconis or anything else. You do get an objective though. There's a single point of objective that was sort of buried in the augmentations of this, both this and the capsule as a whole, which was spread, devour, assimilate.
This is a waste. He says as though looking it over. This thing's only directive was to spread, devour, and assimilate. Mimir, that man, burned an entire biological stockpile from which could have been created thousands more soldiers of at least something approaching my own efficacy. To create a single-use payload for one planet. There will never be another one of my strain made as pure as I am, with the original stock gone. He burned all of that potential for this.
As you're pondering the reasons why someone might do that, your radios chime in. And the Empress comes over your radio. Lancers report.
All assimilated forces eliminated. Mission complete.
Noted. Loyalist capital has been occupied and taken. The Hysinian conflict is over. Return to base.
They're on their way.
Are we taking this body?
No. If anything, it deserves a draconian burial. She says as the rest of the group starts to leave, and she just ejects from her fuel rod gun a burning fuel rod into the area to just set it up as a pyre. Any remaining biological matter just starts to light up.
All right. Lancers take their leave of the facility, leaving behind a smoldering biological fire with questions as to the original intent of the mysterious individual known as Mimir. Questions which will be addressed if we ever come back to the Demon Corps for a second campaign. But for now, that is the end of the Demon Corps and the Demon Corps campaign at the end of the Hysinian conflict. And we will see you all next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.